G'day ladies and gentlemen, the Buttsman here. Hope you're doing not bad. I'm well, thanks for asking. This week has been eye-opening to say the least. I received an email from a young man, and I get a lot of emails from people. Some people hate me, some people love the butts. Most people love the butts, how can you not? Look at this beard, marvellous stuff. But this kid was upset. Not at me, but he was upset because he had suffered because he was a fan of mine. This email will piss you off, I guarantee it. Because it fucking gave me the shits to the point where I decided to make a video. But I also learnt this week that horses in England are homophobic.
Mounted police force. Oh, I don't like the colour. Don't like the colour. Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
What disgusting creatures! The people who watch my videos, come to my shows, buy my merchandise, and everything down to subscribing and clicking like on a video. They mean a lot to me. You good motherfuckers mean a lot to me. And when somebody attacks them, it's down to this bearded, allegedly balding man to defend them. I received this email from a young man in year 12, just about to finish his schooling career, and he let me know that he had been removed from the school captaincy because he enjoyed my videos. He was the school captain until he professed that he loved the Buttsman's content. What a fucked world where you can't enjoy a comedian. Like, to the principal of this school, fuck you to the moon, you cock smoker. And by the way, if you are wondering, he will remain anonymous, and as will the school. He wants to finish his end of school exams and not get fucking expelled. And that makes complete sense. And, you know, what I will do is I'll replace him with everybody's favourite tool manager, Zach Wild. So there's Zach right there. We're going to pretend this is from Zach, all right? And the school he's talking about, let's just say it's fucking Butterfield College for the hearing impaired. Hey Isaac! Hello! How are you? My name's tool manager Zach Wild, and I'm in year 12 at school, removed because of fuckheadery. I was captain, and that spot was taken from me when I shared a joke that you made, about the gender pay gap in my math class whilst doing finances. This is one thing that makes me constantly think, are you fucking serious? The point that they do this to children, I've heard from not only school kids, but teachers as well, that they are forced to teach that the gender pay gap is a real thing. It is not a real thing. It has to do with job choices, university choices, lifestyle choices, and having a fucking baby choices. That's not just my opinion. Have a look at this. This is from Time magazine. That's their opinion. Forbes magazine, their opinion as well. And payscale.com even released this. A study with a control group that measured the median salary for men and women with the same job and qualifications and found that the gap was not 77 cents to the dollar that every man made. It was actually 98 cents. Now, is that lack of 2 cents there, does that have to do with sexism? Maybe, or maybe it doesn't. What I'm saying is the gender pay gap is a fucking lie, and anyone who teaches it to you is full of shit. 6 months later, Zach was allowed to come back and join the school leadership team as a prefect. Hot little fact about the Buttsman here, I was actually a prefect at my high school. Now, I went for the school captaincy in year 12. I didn't get it. It was down to 3 people. And my school captaincy speech went down in history. It was my first ever, basically my first ever stand-up set. I had the people rolling in the corridors. They were lolling and it was back when ruffling was a big thing. They fucking enjoyed it is what I'm saying. But I didn't toe the party line. I made a joke, a mockery perhaps, of the school captaincy of Whitebridge High. So what I decided to do was I would join as a prefect as well. And I went to the prefect meeting amongst all the other prefects from the school, including the junior school. And you know what I did? I decided on my first day there that I was going to leave a legacy. From the point that I left that school the following year, there would be the Butterfield legacy beginning, and that was a school hat. I decided to fuck with that school so much that I wanted to give them a school hat From the next year's year 7s all the way through to year 12, you would have to have worn a school hat. Why did I want this hat? Did I want it because the sun was becoming stronger and stronger? Just ask Greta Thunberg, it's fucking strong. No, I wanted to make everyone terribly uncomfortable and wear a horrible hat. That's literally it. But it was blocked. It was blocked by a young man called Timothy Rogerson. And Timothy, fuck you, Timothy! He ruined my school hat plan. And my legacy faded into nothingness. Anyway, that's enough about my personal shortcomings and what keeps me awake at night. Fuck you, Timothy. Back to the email once more. I couldn't help myself. I repeated another one of your jokes. Can't remember which one, sorry. And I got expelled from the leadership team and suspended from school. Honestly, what the fuck? How weak is this fucking school? When my principal asked, why do I watch your videos? Because he's a fucking good motherfucker like everyone else in Australia. I told her that I have extremely low mental health and you give me 10 minutes a day to forget about everything, all my family problems that I'm going through at the moment and have a good laugh, which is why I love doing this. I enjoy getting on stage and making people laugh there, but also I get to reach so many more people here. And if you're having a terrible, terrible time with whatever you're doing, and I know from my own personal experience, it's so important to have things to distract you from the problems in your own life. We are all doing it tough in one part of our lives or another. Existence is difficult. But if you have something to take your mind off all these problems, it can really help. And that's why for the last 3 years, without fail, I put up 2 videos every single week. Without fail. I already said without fail. I repeated myself. Much like a lot of my videos repeat myself. But you know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking not bad bloke. I'm sending you this email after watching your cancer culture video released a few hours ago to let you know how thankful I am that you do what you do and you have literally saved my life. Thanks, man. My parents won't let me buy any of your merch or go to your shows because the school told them about you. But I really hope to run into you wherever Zach lives or Zach's in Newcastle. For those wondering, this young man got sent a beautiful merch pack, so enjoy that, my friend. And anytime you want to come to a show, let me know. Tickets are on me. The school told his parents about me. Like, what am I? The fucking boogeyman? If you are so terrified of someone like me, who gives his opinion, makes jokes, and tours the entire world making people laugh, then you have to have a good hard look at yourself, you weak piece of shit. Even though the consequences were extremely harsh, I don't regret it. There's a bunch of crazy bright-haired feminists in my class that report every joke I make and they won't get off my back. Stop using the word A. Any recommendations of how to deal with them? Here's how you fucking deal with them. Double down. Don't be just an asshole and be mean to people. But if you want to tell a joke and it's just a joke, then fucking tell it. Never back down and never fucking apologise either. Don't pander to these blue-haired fucks. Fuck them. Call them out for their hypocrisy and their ridiculous ideologies. Fight them with fact. Fight them with words. Point out that they and everything they believe is ridiculous. Cheers for making my life that little bit easier and not putting up with the disgrace that is my snowflake generation. From Zach, never had a girlfriend wild. I replied to him that night, sent him the merch pack, and I asked him, as the saint of all the stinky dicks, I said, if he could explain some more about what happened and the retaliation for what was happening. He said to me, people were calling him homophobic, a racist pig, saying that he deserves his mental health problems. That's fucked up. That the world would be better if he died. Well, let me just say to you, young man, that the world would not be better if you died. You will get through these tough times in your life, and you will be tougher because of them. And fuck those people. Fuck them to the moon. The first joke was about the gender pay gap, and the context was I was in my math class and I said it to my mate sitting next to him, and some girl, overheard it, dibber-dobbers wear nappies, etc. The second joke was about an Aboriginal having white characteristics like a job. One of my favourite jokes I've ever written. Again, it was in the library and got overheard by Sook. This is the joke he's talking about. My friend, he said to me that you need to treat everyone equally, particularly with humour, and offend everyone equally. He's a minority himself. He's an Aboriginal gentleman. He's an Aboriginal guy with a lot of white characteristics, like a job. And people have said to me, you wouldn't tell that joke in front of Aboriginal people. I told that joke as an opening line in front of an all-Aboriginal crowd in Moree in New South Wales. And they loved it. They loved it. Absolutely adored it. I'm sure they would have bought me a beer if they could afford it. That joke was taken from my first special, The Butterfield Effect. And can I just say, the reason I enjoyed that joke so much is because I only found that the people who were offended by that were not Aboriginal people, because they know I'm taking the piss. I'm only joking. It was white people. It's always people trying to be offended for other people. That is what's so fucked about this young man's generation. I can't go into a class without someone walking out and saying they can't be in the same room as me and the school supports them. This is not an isolated incident. I get lots of emails from younger people and teachers saying that they cannot have any opinions in the Australian schooling industry. And I'm sure it's the same in America, England, and other parts of the world. We have a whole generations of kids being molded by woke teachers as young women, believing that men hate them, that they are out there to do them harm. As young Aboriginal people, that the white people want to keep you down. And young gay people being told that people are genuinely homophobic everywhere you go and they want to hurt you. That is not true. Racist, sexist, and homophobic people, they exist, but they are not as far spread as you may think. It's such bullshit, and it does my fucking head in that so many people are being brought up to be victims for life. That is not a good place to be. I really do fear that so many people are so terrified of conflicting opinions and people disagreeing with them that they will never grow as individuals. That anything that differs from their way of life will scar them for far too long and they won't be able to handle it. I'd love to know your opinion, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this, and if maybe you've had issues with your son or daughter, or you yourself in school or jobs where something like this has happened. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Keep it moist. I'll see you very soon. Toodaloo, bye.